Every day, millions of seniors across America sit down to a plate of vegetables, believing they're doing the right thing. After all, we've been told since childhood, eat your vegetables, and you'll stay healthy. But what if I told you that some of the most common vegetables seniors eat daily, the very ones you trust, may actually be fueling the very conditions you're trying to avoid? I'm talking about sudden spikes in blood sugar that quietly edge you toward type 2 diabetes, rising blood pressure that threatens your heart health, painful joint inflammation that steals your mobility, and even kidney stones that leave you doubled over in agony. And these aren't rare cases. According to the CDC, nearly 1 in 3 Americans over 65 has prediabetes, and over 70% battle high blood pressure. What's even more shocking is that some of these conditions are being made worse not by sugar, not by fat, but by certain vegetables labeled as healthy. Yes, vegetables. You see, not all vegetables are created equal, especially when you're over 60. Some are high in oxalates, which can lead to kidney stones and block calcium absorption, weakening your bones. Others cause dramatic blood sugar spikes, putting stress on your heart and pancreas. And some are so high in sodium or hidden preservatives that they quietly throw your metabolism into chaos. This isn't fear-mongering, it's physiology. And if your digestion has slowed down, or your medications already affect your blood pressure or kidney function, these vegetables may be doing more harm than good. But here's the good news. There are also vegetables that can do the exact opposite ones, that calm inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, support heart and kidney health, and nourish your body gently and powerfully. And the best part? They're easy to find, affordable, and already in your local grocery store. So before you take another bite of what you think is a healthy side dish, stay with me, because knowing which vegetables to avoid and which ones to embrace could change everything about the way you age. Mashed, baked, fried white potatoes are everywhere in the American diet. They're warm, familiar, and feel like home. But for those of us over 60, that comfort comes with a hidden cost. White potatoes, despite their popularity, are one of the worst choices for aging bodies when eaten regularly, and most people don't even realize it. Here's the issue. White potatoes have a very high glycemic index, meaning they cause your blood sugar to rise quickly, almost as fast as eating white bread or soda. For seniors, whose bodies process glucose more slowly, this can be dangerous. Repeated spikes in blood sugar increase your risk of developing type 2 diabetes, contribute to chronic inflammation, and put additional strain on your heart and blood vessels. In fact, studies have shown that diets high in fast-digesting carbohydrates like those in white potatoes are closely linked to a higher risk of metabolic syndrome, which includes high blood pressure, abdominal fat, and insulin resistance. This dangerous trio can quietly lead to stroke, heart disease, and severe fatigue. Many seniors don't notice the impact right away. But over time, frequent consumption of white potatoes can result in post-meal crashes, unexplained weight gain around the waist, and even joint stiffness caused by low-grade inflammation. If you've ever felt sleepy, bloated, or sluggish after a big serving of mashed potatoes, your body might be telling you something. Now, if white potatoes are a family favorite or part of your routine, it doesn't mean you have to cut them out entirely, but you do need to be smart about how you eat them. First, never eat them alone. Pairing them with fiber-rich vegetables like broccoli or leafy greens, along with a good protein source, can slow down the sugar surge. Avoid frying them, especially in cheap oils, and instead choose steaming or roasting with the skin on, which helps preserve some of the fiber. And most importantly, portion matters. Keep servings small and avoid making them the center of your meal. Think of white potatoes as a side, not the star. If you're already managing prediabetes, high blood pressure, or joint issues, this is a vegetable that can quietly work against your progress. What feels like a harmless plate of comfort food might actually be setting you back more than you know. If white potatoes are a comfort food that turns on your blood sugar, then canned corn is the friendly side dish that quietly throws your entire metabolism off balance. It's in so many American meals, mixed into casseroles, added to soups, tossed into salads. But for seniors, especially those watching their heart and blood sugar, canned corn is far from innocent. The problem begins with how it's processed. Most canned corn sold in supermarkets is loaded with added salt, sugar, and preservatives. These additives aren't just for flavor, they extend shelf life. But for someone over 60, they also raise blood pressure, promote water retention, and interfere with natural insulin response. That means higher risk for hypertension, swelling in the legs, and blood sugar spikes even from just half a cup. Beyond the additives, corn itself has a moderate to high glycemic index. When eaten alone or in large portions, it can still cause a sharp rise in glucose levels. Over time, this contributes to insulin resistance, weight gain around the midsection, and a constant feeling of sluggishness after meals. And if you've ever noticed feeling a bit puffy, bloated, or uncomfortably full after a corn-heavy meal, it's not your imagination. Sodium and carbohydrate overload can trigger fluid retention and inflammation, especially if your kidneys are already under strain. Now, does that mean you can never touch corn again? Not necessarily, but moderation and method of preparation are everything. If corn is on the menu, try to choose fresh or frozen corn over canned. These options typically contain fewer additives and retain more of the natural fiber that slows sugar absorption. And always rinse canned corn thoroughly under water before eating it can help wash away some of the sodium. Also, never treat corn as a vegetable freebie. It's technically a starchy grain and should be counted as a carbohydrate, just like bread or rice. That means balancing it with a protein or a non-starchy vegetable to protect your blood sugar and energy levels. For seniors managing heart conditions, metabolic issues, or trying to reduce inflammation, canned corn is a food that needs serious reconsideration. It may seem harmless in the bowl, but over time it can chip away at your health in ways you don't see until the symptoms show up on your next blood test. You've probably heard it your whole life. Spinach is one of the healthiest foods you can eat, and for many, it's a go-to vegetable for salads, smoothies, and side dishes. But as we get older, especially past 60, spinach may not be as harmless as we once believed. The issue lies in a compound called oxalate, which is found in especially high amounts in raw spinach. Oxalates bind to calcium in the body and can form crystals, which can lead to kidney stones. For seniors, many of whom already deal with decreased kidney function, this becomes a real concern. Regular consumption of spinach, especially in large amounts or daily smoothies, can quietly increase the risk of stone formation and reduce calcium absorption, which is critical for bone strength. You might not notice the effects immediately, but over time, symptoms can appear: lower back discomfort, urinary urgency, or even a dull ache that comes and goes. More subtly, your bones may start to weaken if your calcium levels are consistently being blocked or depleted. This can lead to increased risk of fractures, especially in the hips and spine. Another point to consider: if you're already dealing with osteopenia, osteoporosis, or a history of kidney stones, spinach may not be doing you any favors. It's also important to note that high oxalate diets can irritate the digestive tract in some people, causing bloating, gas, or discomfort after meals, especially if gut health is already compromised. Now, does this mean you have to remove spinach from your plate forever? Not necessarily, but how you prepare it makes all the difference. Cooking spinach, whether lightly steaming or sautéing, significantly reduces its oxalate content, making it safer and easier on the kidneys. And rotating spinach with other leafy greens like romaine, arugula, or kale can help give your body the variety and mineral balance it needs. Also, avoid pairing spinach with calcium supplements or calcium-rich meals. The oxalates may bind to that calcium, making it harder for your body to use. Timing matters, and spacing them out can improve absorption. If you're over 60 and rely on spinach daily for your nutrients, it might be time to take a closer look. It's not about fear, it's about awareness. Because even the healthiest foods can turn harmful when they're not right for your body at this stage of life. We've just looked at spinach, a so-called superfood with a hidden side. Now let's turn to another health halo vegetable, celery. Especially in its raw form or as juice, celery has become incredibly popular among health-conscious seniors. But here's the part most people miss. For older adults, especially those on medications, raw celery can sometimes do more harm than good. Celery is known for its natural compounds that may support lower blood pressure, and while that might sound like a benefit, the effect can be too strong for people already taking blood pressure medication. In those cases, eating large amounts of raw celery or drinking concentrated celery juice can drop your blood pressure too low, leading to dizziness, fatigue, lightheadedness, and even fainting. These episodes become particularly dangerous if you're living alone or prone to falls. In addition, raw celery is high in insoluble fiber, which can be difficult to digest for those with a sensitive stomach or slowed gut motility, a common issue after 60. If your digestive system is already fragile, eating large amounts of raw celery may cause gas, bloating, or abdominal cramps. For some, it can even act as a mild irritant to the intestinal lining, especially when juiced in concentrated amounts. And let's not forget allergies. Celery is on the list of potential allergenic foods, especially for people with pollen sensitivities. In some seniors, this can show up as mild itching in the mouth or throat, or in more severe cases, swelling and discomfort. So how do you use celery without risking your health? First, moderation is key. A few chopped stalks in soup or stew are typically safe and can still provide nutritional benefits. But avoid raw celery in large amounts, especially in juice form. And always check with your doctor if you're on any type of antihypertensive medication before making celery a daily habit. Also, try steaming or cooking celery lightly. This helps break down the fibers and reduce its impact on your digestion. And if you're drinking celery juice as part of a cleanse or morning routine, consider diluting it with water and limiting it to once or twice a week. Raw celery may look refreshing and harmless, but for seniors, it can tip the balance too far, especially when combined with other health conditions or medications. It's another reminder that even green and clean isn't always the safest choice without context. After exploring the vegetables that quietly work against your health, let's finally talk about a true ally, the humble carrot. Bright, crunchy, and naturally sweet, carrots are more than just a pretty side dish. For seniors over 60, they're like little orange shields protecting your eyes, digestion, skin, and even your heart. What makes carrots so powerful? It's their rich supply of beta-carotene, a natural pigment that your body converts into vitamin A. And vitamin A is absolutely essential for maintaining healthy vision, especially your ability to see in low light. As we age, the risk of vision issues, like dry eyes, night blindness, and macular degeneration increases, and this is exactly where carrots shine. Just one medium carrot can provide over 200% of your daily vitamin A needs. But it doesn't stop at eyesight. Carrots are also packed with soluble fiber, which helps lower LDL cholesterol and keeps your digestive system running smoothly. For anyone struggling with constipation or slow digestion, regularly eating carrots can gently encourage regularity without irritating the gut. They're also rich in antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which help fight oxidative stress, a major contributor to aging, inflammation, and chronic disease. Scientific studies have linked higher carrot intake with lower risk of cardiovascular disease, particularly in older adults. Why? Because the combination of fiber, antioxidants, and blood pressure-supporting minerals like potassium helps regulate circulation and reduce strain on the heart. So how should you enjoy carrots? The beauty lies in their flexibility. Raw carrots are great for a quick snack, but cooking them slightly by steaming or roasting unlocks even more beta-carotene. Aim for 3 to 4 servings per week. A serving can be 1 cup of chopped raw carrots, or about half a cup cooked. To make them even more enjoyable, try roasting them with a light drizzle of olive oil and a pinch of cinnamon or thyme. Or blend steamed carrots into a warm soup with ginger and a touch of coconut milk for a soothing, gut-friendly meal. Want a fresh snack? Pair raw carrot sticks with a bit of hummus or Greek yogurt dip. Carrots prove that powerful medicine doesn't have to come in a bottle. Sometimes it's just waiting in your crisper drawer ready to heal, strengthen, and nourish you from the inside out. If carrots are the bold, sweet guardians of your health, then zucchini is the quiet healer, gentle on your stomach, easy on your blood sugar, and powerful in ways most people overlook. Soft in texture, mild in flavor, but rich in essential nutrients, zucchini is one of the best vegetables seniors can enjoy regularly. First, let's talk inflammation. Zucchini is naturally rich in vitamin C and manganese, two nutrients with strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Vitamin C helps protect your joints and blood vessels from oxidative damage, while manganese supports the production of collagen, essential for joint flexibility and skin repair. Unlike many starchy vegetables, zucchini is very low in carbohydrates and has a low glycemic index. That means it won't spike your blood sugar, making it an ideal choice for anyone managing diabetes, prediabetes, or metabolic syndrome. Its fiber content, especially when eaten with the skin, also supports steady digestion and helps maintain healthy cholesterol levels. A fascinating study published in Nutrients found that diets high in non-starchy vegetables like zucchini were linked to lower levels of inflammatory markers and better insulin sensitivity in adults over 60. That's good news if you're trying to stay energetic, mobile, and free of chronic disease as you age. Zucchini also contains potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure, naturally a key benefit for seniors on heart medications or looking to reduce their sodium load. And because it's easy to digest, it's gentle on the gut, even for those with sensitive stomachs or a history of digestive issues. So how do you get the most out of this underrated vegetable? Try eating zucchini 3 to 5 times a week. One serving is about 1 cup, sliced. You can sauté it with olive oil and garlic, spiralize it into zoodles for a pasta substitute, or roast it alongside carrots and onions for a colorful, nutrient-rich side dish. For added flavor, toss zucchini with herbs like basil, thyme, or rosemary. A sprinkle of Parmesan cheese or a dash of lemon zest also brings out its natural sweetness without overpowering your dish. Simple, nourishing, and versatile zucchini is proof that you don't need bold flavors to make a big impact on your health. Sometimes, the quietest vegetables speak the loudest in how they help you feel. They may not be flashy, but green beans, also known as string beans or snap beans, are one of the most dependable vegetables for people over 60. Found fresh, frozen, or canned in nearly every grocery store, they're more than just a dinner side. They're a nutritional powerhouse tailored to the needs of aging bodies. One of the key benefits of green beans is their vitamin K content. This essential nutrient plays a crucial role in calcium metabolism and bone strength, two things that become increasingly important as we age. Without enough vitamin K, calcium can't be properly directed to the bones, increasing the risk of osteoporosis and fractures. Green beans also offer a good dose of vitamin C, which supports collagen production and acts as a natural antioxidant to protect your joints and arteries. But the benefits don't stop there. Green beans are a rich source of manganese, a mineral that supports bone formation, helps regulate blood sugar, and aids in reducing inflammation. For seniors, this trifecta is powerful. It means stronger bones, steadier blood sugar, and fewer aches and pains. Unlike starchy vegetables, green beans are low in carbohydrates, yet high in fiber. This helps with digestion, supports heart health, and keeps blood sugar stable after meals. They're also gentle on the stomach, making them a smart option for seniors with sensitive digestive systems or those recovering from illness. To enjoy their full benefits, aim for 3 to 4 servings per week. One serving is about 1 cup cooked or raw. Fresh or frozen green beans are best, as they contain fewer additives than canned versions. If using canned, rinse them well under water to reduce sodium. For flavor, try sautéing green beans with a bit of olive oil, garlic, and lemon zest. They also pair beautifully with sliced almonds for added crunch and healthy fats. A sprinkle of black pepper and a dash of balsamic vinegar can bring out their natural sweetness without the need for added salt. Simple, familiar, and incredibly versatile. Green beans are one of those everyday foods that quietly deliver extraordinary support for your bones, heart, and overall well-being. Exactly what your body needs to stay steady and strong through the years. When it comes to comfort food that actually supports your health after 60, sweet potatoes are in a league of their own. Soft, naturally sweet, and rich in color, they're far more than just a healthier swap for white potatoes. They're a nutritional gift for aging bodies. At the heart of their power is beta-carotene, the same antioxidant found in carrots. Once consumed, your body converts beta-carotene into vitamin A, which plays a vital role in protecting your eyesight, supporting your immune system, and keeping your skin and mucous membranes strong. For seniors, especially those facing age-related vision changes or a weakening immune response, sweet potatoes offer gentle yet powerful support. What makes them especially valuable, though, is their low glycemic index. Unlike white potatoes, sweet potatoes release sugar into the bloodstream more slowly. This helps maintain steady blood sugar levels, reducing the risk of energy crashes, sugar cravings, and long-term insulin resistance. At the same time, they provide a rich source of soluble fiber, which supports digestion, lowers bad cholesterol, and helps reduce inflammation throughout the body. Sweet potatoes are also a natural source of potassium and magnesium, two minerals essential for heart health, muscle function, and blood pressure regulation. As many older adults don't get enough of these nutrients from their daily diet, including sweet potatoes a few times a week can fill a critical gap without the need for supplements. So, how often should you enjoy them? Aiming for 2 to 3 servings per week is a great start. One medium sweet potato baked or steamed makes a perfect serving. Be sure to eat the skin if you can tolerate it, as it's packed with additional fiber and antioxidants. To enhance flavor, try roasting sweet potato wedges with olive oil, cinnamon, and a pinch of sea salt, or mash them with a touch of garlic and thyme for a savory twist. If you prefer something lighter, a warm sweet potato salad with arugula and a drizzle of lemon vinaigrette offers both comfort and freshness. Sweet potatoes prove that not all carbs are created equal. In the right form, they can heal, energize, and restore bite by bite. So now you know the truth. Not all vegetables are safe for everyone, especially as we get older. Some can quietly stir up inflammation, raise blood sugar, trigger digestive issues, or even stress your kidneys and bones. But the good news is just as powerful. Your plate can become your best medicine, if you choose wisely. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet overnight. This isn't about fear. It's about awareness and gentle, intentional change. Start by taking a closer look at what's on your plate. Are white potatoes taking up half your dinner? Could that daily celery juice be making you dizzy instead of energized? Are canned veggies sneaking in more salt and sugar than you realized? Replace them with the real heroes. Carrots for your vision, zucchini for blood sugar and digestion, green beans for your bones and heart, sweet potatoes for lasting energy and anti-inflammatory support. These aren't exotic or expensive superfoods, they're everyday vegetables, easy to find, easy to prepare, and incredibly healing when used right. Here's a simple plan to begin. 3 days a week, focus on bright colors and gentle textures. Add a handful of steamed carrots to your lunch. Toss roasted zucchini into your dinner bowl. Swap the white potatoes for a baked sweet potato. Mix in green beans with your favorite protein. Don't worry about being perfect. Just be consistent. Let food become part of your healing, not your struggle. You've made it this far in life, with wisdom, resilience, and strength. And your body, even now, is capable of incredible renewal. You're not too old. It's not too late. And every bite is a chance to feel better than yesterday. If this video has helped you think differently about your vegetables, give it a like. And share it with someone you care about, because the journey to better health always starts with a little knowledge and a lot of hope.